What's going on, everybody, and welcome to Friday Night Wars. And I'm Joe Morley. That's Mike on the mic, and whoever leads off this show, that means they won the previous week. Guys, last week was our 30th episode, and Mike came on here, and Mike said, I will win number 30. Well, guess what, Mike? You didn't win.
I'll win the big episode. I'll win the 30th episode in Friday Night Wars history.
Joe extended his lead. It says right here at the top, right here, our trophies are switched for some reason. Our trophies are switched, but I have 16. You have 14. There. Oh. Look at that, guys. Magic in the air just now. I switched. It's correct now. Yeah, they know what they're doing here at the Warzone Sports Network. Joe Morley wins again. Shout out to all my fans, all my followers, everybody. I don't need TikTok to beat you, Mike. I spit facts week in, week out. You know what? Mike? I'm going to take next week off. I ain't even show up next week. Have fun next week. I'm out of here. I don't need this. I'm winning. Hit that music because I'm out of here next week.
Let's get ready to rumble. Step into the war zone. 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 Friday Night War Zone. Friday Night War Zone. Hey yo, it's Phil Flames. I'm with Mike on the mic and Joe Morley. About to bring you more heat. Welcome to the war zone. You can have a floor seat. Watch them on your iPhone. Watch them on your Galaxy. It's a sports debate show. Straight up out of SoCal. Gather around the laptop. Friday nights it goes down. And we on the radio. Coming to your locale. Got into the third round. Better bring the smoke now. Step into the war zone. 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 Friday Night War Zone. Friday Night War Zone. Step into the 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 war zone. Friday Night War Zone. Friday Night War Zone.
Joe. You know how this goes. It's a game of runs. And did you like that little switch when you noticed that there was like, oh, this is the wrong amount of trophies? And we did a little switch midway.
A little magic here on Friday Night Wars.
This is a game of runs, Joe. So that means that it's my turn. I'm going on a three-peat also.
No.
So next week you're not going to be here, so that even really counts.
I'm not showing up because, Mike, I just won 3 in a row. I'm going to take a little break because I'm kicking your butt. So I'm not going to go on like a LeBron streak. I'm not going to go not 1, not 2, not 3. I'm just going to take a break, let you like refresh, go against some lower, I don't know who you want to bring in as your guest next week. Bring somebody in that could like build you back up, like a slump buster kind of episode for you.
A slump buster.
Yeah.
So it's really getting that bad. It's where you think that I'm requiring a slump buster episode.
Mike, it's not looking good. I got Brian Bolstered on my team now. Like Brian Bolstered has been voting for Team Joe. Jay the Plug has come over. Who else? Mac Daddy's coming over. Everybody's coming over because they stop listening to all this talk and they just listen to the words and the facts that I say. And they go, Joe Morley knows what the hell he's talking about. Mike on the mic, what a clown.
Yeah, I'm sick and tired of these guys turning on me like this. I don't need you. I'd rather lose than have you on my team anyways.
Yeah, go cry to your TikTok followers and see if they'll come back and back you up. Doubt it.
They probably would. All it takes is just the drop of a hat. Hey, you guys want to come over and vote for me? And then they'll all come over and vote for me. But I figured since I was dominating so much, I would take a break from the TikTok follower spam in the comment section and gave you a chance. And look it. There you go. All you needed was this chance. Maybe I broke your slump. Maybe we could reverse this around. I broke your slump.
For all you TikTok followers, that's all I got to do to win your vote. Look, Jason Derulo.
No, really what it is for me is that flag game is still in here. It's really affected me, Joe. I've changed my lifestyle. I've been moping around. It's just been.
So you let one loss give you a bunch of L's in life. That's cool. That's a way to, hey, lost one game, so I'm just going to lose at everything else. Wake up, Mike.
It's
Get
the
your
road
together.
It's the road to recovery. I just needed some time. Now we're going to be fine, I think.
All right, let's do this. Question number 1, Madden cover. Let's get into it. Get your head together Answer this damn question. Maybe you actually get a win this week.
I will answer that question, Joe. When we do go to war, I will answer that question. You can see the next topic right there. But first, I want to remind everyone before we go on, just go ahead and do it right now. Hit the subscribe button. Hit the little notification bell right next to us. That way you're alerted every time we drop a new video. The Warzone is going as strong as it ever has gone before. Right now, we're sitting at 6 weekly shows. 3+ live streams per week. But really, Joe, it's like 7. We're live every day at this point because of the NBA playoffs. And we're going live for almost all the NBA playoff games right now because a bunch of game 6s and game 7s. So you definitely want to be subscribed. You definitely want to be hitting that notification bell, and then smash the like button. Because if you want to see us go to the next level, you got to smash that like button. Thumbs up means that we're going up, all the way up to the top. All right, www.warzonesportsnetwork.com for the merch. Ooh, wrong way. For the merch that Joe Morley is wearing as we speak. I think that's all the plugs. Now I'm ready. We're going to enter my realm, the video game realm. Let's go to war. Who should have been on the cover of Madden 22? Who should be on the Madden cover? Come on, man. I saw the Madden cover released of who is on it this year. Patrick Mahomes again? We just had him a year ago. Tom Brady again? We just had him a couple years ago. Also, they had an MVP edition cover this year with the MVP runner-ups, not the MVP of the league. That doesn't make any sense. Are you kidding me, EA? You cease to surprise me with how awful you can get for us diehard Madden guys like myself. Now, there is heavy rumors that this was an audible called by EA just because of the whole Rodgers situation, and that, in fact, that bad man holding out there in Wisconsin was supposed to grace the cover of Madden 22. But I am not settling for this. We cannot have 2 repeat offenders on the Madden cover in the same season. Absolute garbage. Here's what they should have done. They should have cashed in on this once in a lifetime opportunity for the video gaming world. And they should have made a rookie edition or a rookie of the year edition. You aren't going to get this opportunity very often, EA, where 2 guys come into the league and come out of the draft and seem to be taking that next step to the next level of star football players like we saw this year. If they want to do a dual combo Madden cover, I'm completely fine with it. But those 2 guys that should have been on that cover is Justin Herbert and Joe Burrow. That would have been special. That would have been awesome. And it would have symbolized some change in the Madden cover, some change hopefully coming to the game as we see NCAA is about to roll out a video game, 2K is about to roll out a football game. They need to improve this game desperately. I'm not even sure if I'm going to buy Madden because this year I actually quit playing Madden. I told myself I'm done with this crap. And then they come out with this cover and I have to deal with Patrick Mahomes on my PlayStation for a whole another year. But I'm not sure if I'm going to buy this one. But I do know that this cover was completely botched by EA Sports.
Mike, I'm right there with you. Tom Brady, Patrick Mahomes on the cover of Madden. Oh, wow. How original. I love the selection. Awesome selection, EA. Everyone's complaining about how Madden has been copy and paste for the last couple of seasons, right? And then they go and do this crap. They go and do this. Come on. Everybody is doing Brady and Mahomes stuff. Everybody is. It's worn out. What the heck does Madden have against defensive players, Mike? That's what I want to know. I want to know what they have. Since 2001, when they started putting players on the cover of Madden, only 3 defensive players have been put on the cover. One of them had to split the cover. Ray Lewis, Troy Polamalu, and Richard Sherman. Those are the 3 guys. Troy Polamalu had to split it. Yeah, Richard Sherman, yeah. Madden is still chasing the casual NFL fan that doesn't know much. And the only people they know, Brady, Mahomes, right? That's it. But the players, the people that play Madden are hardcore fans, people that love the game. They know these players. You know who you should have put on the damn cover? I'll tell you right now. Aaron Donald. That's who you put on the cover. This big old strong body. Put him on the cover because he's going to be a beast. Everybody's going to be happy. This guy would be the ideal cover athlete, right? Madden, it's not even worth mentioning anymore. It's worthless, Mike. Get it off the screen.
I would pull it off the screen, but I want to respond to what you said. I like the defensive player take, Joe. I'm not giving you the round. Because for marketing purposes, they want to put quarterbacks or receivers or people that dance on the cover. I know Herbert and Burrow don't dance, but they do have this connection that they're going to have for the rest of their career. So why not put them on the cover now? So that way it's already there. It's already seated. And you could just try it out. If it doesn't work out, then you go back to the same old thing next year. But I definitely think that they could have put a defensive player on the cover as well. I think TJ Watt would have been a very good candidate as well, just because he has the Watt brother name to him.
And their marketing campaign, before they brought out the cover, they put out a sneak peek, and it was two goats. Okay, I understand Patrick Mahomes is a good player. What he's done the last couple of years have been awesome. But you're putting him as GOAT status already? GOAT status already? This is ridiculous. This like the pressure.
I thought it was going to be Gronk and Brady.
Okay, I can see that because Gronk has a tight end and what he's done in the Super Bowls that he won, yes. But you're putting a lot on Patrick Mahomes, and you're putting, like, when Tom Brady leaves in 10 years or whatever, and Patrick Mahomes is now the face of the NFL, you're putting a lot on this kid to be the GOAT.
Exactly. And also, what is this cover? It's over here. What is this cover? You see it in the corner there? They're just sitting there staring at the camera. That's the best you could do with Patrick Mahomes and Tom Brady in the same place for a photo shoot.
It's like the first time the two have ever sat on a bench. They've never sat on a bench before, so it was the first time they've done it. It's like a father and son at the park. That's what it is, right? They're about to play chess in the park. Like, sit down, son. Let me teach you something about life.
I absolutely hated the Patrick Mahomes cover because he was going off that year. He was punishing my Bolts every single time that we saw him, or every single time I saw him on TV going against someone else, just continuing to extend the lead in the division. And I have to go to Madden, where I go to my happy place to relax and play some video games and have some fun. And I got to see Patrick Mahomes all over that too. And I thought that nightmare had ended because I knew that day was going to come. He was too big of a superstar. He's going to be on the cover. But I was like, cool, it's out the way. I never have to worry about that again.
He said, hey, let me copy your homework from last year. Here you go. Just change it up just a little bit.
It's not even like it's been a long time. Brady was on Madden 2018. Mahomes was on Madden 2020.
This is why the ESPN, you're probably too young for it, but ESPN, I believe it was 2K Sports came out with the ESPN football. They had Terrell Owens on the cover. That was the best football game. It blew Madden out of the water. Then Madden had to make a special deal with the NFL, so they were the only ones that produced stuff. Yeah, it's crazy.
2K is actually coming back with a football game.
Yeah, and it's gonna blow Madden out of the water. Trust me, it will.
Probably. I'm ready to check it out. All right, I think we complained enough about this Madden cover. Vote for one this round or save it for the end. Whatever you guys want to do. But leave your thoughts on the Madden cover. I don't think any Madden player is happy about this if they're over the age of like 12, which is sad. Let's go to the next one. With CP3 now injured, are the Suns done?
Is it over? No, Mike, it's not over. The Chris Paul COVID protocol drama has been blown out of the water. First of all, the Suns swept the Nuggets, if you don't know that already, if you've been hiding under a rock. And they're taking a nice little break right now from having to play anyone else. While every other team right now is beating each other up and having fun doing that, guess what? The Suns and Chris Paul are relaxing, having a great time. Chris Paul might miss one game in the Western Conference Championship, but he won't miss the rest of the damn playoffs like everybody's assuming he's going to. He'll be back, but let's say he doesn't come back. Let's say the NBA pulls some bull crap and he doesn't come back, right? I think the Suns have enough momentum right now to roll over the Clippers or the Jazz. Chris Paul has put enough confidence in this team that they know without him, they're still great enough. They're still good enough. Once they beat the Lakers in round one, it didn't matter who else stood in their way or which players are on the court, which players are not on the court. Mike, doesn't matter. Chris Paul, no Chris Paul, Suns are taking the ship.
I don't know how many times I'm going to come on this show and talk about the Suns. And what's crazy about it is before the season, I would not have expected to say anything about the Suns on this show other than that one time that you predicted them to be good. Congratulations. They're good. But without CP3, they are completely doomed. Completely doomed. We went over this before. It's not that I don't like the Suns or I'm necessarily a hater of the Phoenix Suns. It's not because you're a Suns guy. It's simply because they aren't as good as the other teams that they're going to face in the playoffs. And now you take out CP3 out of the equation, the captain, the heart of this team. The only time that we saw the Suns look weak so far in the playoffs was when CP3 was off the court with that injury to the shoulder. And that's when the Lakers were successful. A beat down half of a Lakers team was taking apart this team without CP3. CP3 is the lifeline for the Suns in this playoff run. The hill is only going to get steeper and steeper as you see teams like the Jazz, the Clippers, the Nets, the Bucks, or even the 76ers. I know they've had their woes as of late. Every Suns fan in the nation better be sitting at home praying and rooting for Game 7s across the NBA. You guys need this next round and the championship round to get delayed as long as humanly possible, because without CP3, it's over.
Another reason that people are going to doubt the Suns. They've been doubting them all year. They're going to doubt them again. Mike, they're doing it. This is the year. You're seeing it right now. This is the year. The Hawks are doing the same thing that the Suns did last year. Suns are making it. I know the NBA is going to do whatever they can to try to get Clippers, Nets in the championship, but the Suns are saying to that. That's the second time I had to say that today, right?
Yeah, man. I mean, the road still isn't like super hard. They just got to get through the Clippers or the Jazz. I think it depends on, one, if the Clippers can pull out that series. They got to win one more game still. It's not over yet. And two, is Kawhi Leonard okay? He's also hurt, which is a big knock to him. So we're going to see a Chris Paul-less Suns versus a Kawhi Leonard-less Clippers team in the Western Conference Finals. And in the Eastern Conference Finals, we're most likely going to see the Brooklyn Nets super team without James Harden and Kyrie Irving versus the Atlanta Hawks. Do you see why LeBron James is going on rants on Twitter that the fans are probably a little bit uninterested in this playoffs?
I'm not uninterested in seeing LeBron James play again. I'm glad LeBron James is out of here. I'm one of those guys that are glad LeBron James is out and somebody else is going to the finals. You know what I mean? This is like the first time without Curry or LeBron James in the NBA final in like 10 years. And this is good. This is actually good for basketball. Like it or not, some of the old school basketball fans might get mad, but this is actually a good thing for basketball.
No. I'm not talking about just LeBron James. I'm talking about not having Kawhi Leonard, Chris Paul, Kyrie Irving, James Harden all not competing in the playoffs, with Joel Embiid playing on a slight meniscus tear. So he's basically out of the playoffs in damn self.
Next man up, Mike. Next man up.
It'd be like if we had the Super Bowl.
You're acting like basketball is the first sport to ever have a superstar not play in the playoffs. It happens all the time. It happens in every sport.
When was the last time it happened in basketball where their superstar, all the superstars go down, and it's still a good final series? I don't think it's ever.
Man up.
I don't think there's been a final series where it's like all the superstars are out. It's just the role players playing for the championship this year. That's pretty wild. That'd be like
never mind.
That'd be like if Mahomes and Brady didn't play in the Super Bowl last year. So what would have gotten? Blaine Gabbert versus Chad Henne for it all.
I'll take it.
I think Mahomes actually was close to not playing, right? He got hurt in the
playoffs.
Yeah, he almost didn't play. That would have been absolutely insane. Anyways, you ready to move on to the next one, or do you want to say one more time?
No. Vote Joe in the comments, just to let you know.
JOE. You guys know the drill, apparently, because you do it almost every single week. Let's move on to the next round. Who is the best player on the planet? I understand, everyone. Kevin Durant was phenomenal in Game 5 of this Bucks-Nets series, and he deserves his flowers. Don't get me wrong. He deserves his time in the sun that he's getting right now for this performance that he made, 100%. And if the Nets go on to win it all, that helps his case even a little bit more. But I got some breaking news for everyone at home that thinks Kevin Durant's the best player on the planet right now. What Kevin Durant did in that game, LeBron has been doing year in, year out, his whole entire career. KD dropped a 49-piece nugget. It was a triple-double as well. I'm not going to just ignore that, but he dropped a 49-piece nugget without Kyrie Irving with a hobbled James Harden. Just a few years ago, LeBron James went over 42 points 8 times in one playoff run. We are freaking out because Kevin Durant did it once. He did. Well, we are crowning Kevin Durant for doing this week 8 separate times in one postseason. Not to mention that he also averaged 9 points and 9 assists, basically a triple-double. LeBron was so good that year in 2018 playoffs. There were rumblings of him becoming the first player to ever win the Finals MVP in a loss to the Golden State Warriors. This Kevin Durant is the best in the world talk is purely recency bias. It happens all the time. And this actually sounds very familiar to me. Same storyline, different sport. Who remembers what everyone was saying following Tom Brady's final game in New England against the Tennessee Titans when he threw that pick 6 from like the 1-yard line? Washed goat, right? Everyone was praising that. And when he signed with the Buccaneers, I said, they are going to win a Super Bowl. And everyone looked at me like I'm absolutely insane. And I say that to lead to this. If you're ready to close the book on LeBron James being the best player on the planet, ready to close the book on LeBron James winning any major accolades again, something bad is coming to you. I'd love for you to head to any of my pages and leave these comments so that way I can go back to them later and feature them in the Didn't Age Well series that I plan on throwing up on my channel when LeBron James is holding the trophy again in 2022.
Sorry, Mike. I was looking for a book that I could get on here and I could close right here for you because I'm telling you right now, the best NBA player on the planet right now. You already know he's right below me right here. It's Kevin Durant. You know that. You've been talking about him. There's a reason you brought him up yourself because you know, Mike, you know how close it is. I've looked at the stats, compared him to LeBron James, and there isn't a much difference. LeBron, of course, has played in more playoff games. He has a couple more seasons, but Durant is right there. They both average 27 points a game. Right, around the same. Durant is only 2 championships behind LeBron James in actual championship wins. And if he could pull one off this year, we're looking at a possible GOAT on our hands, right? Possible GOAT. I think there's a little hate on Durant because of his decision to go to Golden State a couple years ago, but that doesn't take away from his play. Durant has been injured, and he's slowly getting back to 100%. And he will be even more dominant when he gets there because I don't think he's still there. You saw the other day, like you brought up, where his teammates were out of the game, Mike. His teammates were gone, and he needed to take over the other game, the whole game. The other team, the Bucks knew Kevin Durant was all they had, right? And guess what? Unstoppable, Mike. And you brought it up. You said triple-double, 49-piece. You got me hungry as hell talking about it. And I'm like, yeah, that's Kevin Durant. That's the GOAT right there that we're talking about. He was unstoppable when everybody on the court knew who was taking over that game, and they couldn't do it. Kevin Durant's going to start making people doubt LeBron James and start believing in him. He is the best player in the NBA right now.
See, this is the problem I have with this discussion, right? Kevin Durant did not have this like all-world season. He hasn't had this all-world playoff run this year. He didn't win the MVP this year. He didn't win Defensive Player of the Year. He didn't win Offensive Player of the Year. He didn't have anything extraordinary outside of what Kevin Durant normally does when he's healthy, which is amazing. Don't get me wrong, second best player, right? When he's healthy. Like this one game 5 against the Milwaukee Bucks in the second round, not even the finals, has everyone freaking out that he's the best player on the planet now. I didn't hear anyone else talking about it a month ago. I didn't hear anybody else talking about it 2 months ago. I didn't hear anybody talking about it a week ago.
Go pull Friday Night Wars tapes.
Go pull Friday Night Wars tapes. Here we go. Did we talk about this once and you brought up Kevin Durant?
Yeah. I think I even mentioned it last week before the game.
That's just because you're a LeBron hater.
True. I'm not going to sit here and deny it. But when you look at the actual stats, you look at their actual stats. Points per game, 27 even for both of them. 27. They both average 27.
We'll move on to assists.
Well, yeah, assists. You got LeBron with 7. You got Durant with 4. Okay, so there's 3. Rebounds, they're both at 7.
So LeBron's higher on the tiebreaker here in assists. If that's how we were,
that means LeBron has to pass it off because he doesn't have the balls to take the shot. That's all assist means is I'm going to give it to somebody else because I can't take this shot.
No, assist means that he's playmaking and creating shots for his other players.
No, that's not how I take it.
Steve Nash had a whole career on assists.
Yeah, where's Steve Nash? He ain't no damn GOAT.
He's probably a Hall of Famer. I mean, he won MVPs. I'm just saying, man, that this wasn't like a slow buildup like we saw with LeBron becoming the best player, or like we saw with Kobe when he was the best player in the world, or MJ when he was the best player in the world, where there were events that led to them taking that torch and running with it. Kevin Durant won Game 5, big performance, crown him. Everyone's ready to crown him. It's because there's a lot of LeBron haters out there. So 75% of the NBA fan base is rooting for LeBron to no longer be the best player in the NBA. So they're like, anything that can happen. Oh, Steph Curry wants to drop some threes. He's the best in the world. I heard that a little bit this year. All right, now Steph Curry's out. Let's go with Kevin Durant. He's the best in the world. Who's next? That's my question. When Kawhi Leonard won the championship, he's the best player in the world.
No.
Who's
Kevin
next?
Durant has the skills to do it.
One thing that's going to remain constant at the end of all of this, and that is LeBron James, and that's the Lakers. And they're going to be in the hunt next year once they're all healthy again. Bet your bottom dollar on it.
Okay, Mike. Somehow, Kevin Durant pulls off the championship this year and the championship next year. And now he has 4 championships. LeBron has 4 championships. Now what?
LeBron still is going to be like the all-time leader in points and assists and rebounds.
That doesn't mean crap. Yeah, I can play the most games and I can rack up points too. If you're playing in more games, then you're going to rack up more points, of course. But when it comes down to it, what are people looking at? Championships, right? When you're on the court, just because Durant doesn't play as many games, yeah, of course he's not going to get as many points as him.
If it's just championships, then Bill Russell's the GOAT. He has 11.
Put him on there then. Get LeBron off the screen.
Yeah, let's get a new graphic up. Mike, edit in a new graphic. I want Bill Russell in the corner right here. I want you to X those 2 guys out, gray them out, pretend like they don't exist. New GOAT, Bill Russell. Actually put like a GOAT like hat or something on him as well.
Either way, I'm done with this topic.
All right, guys, thanks for tuning in this week. We went at it as we always do. You know, I'm a passionate bronzexual, as you guys like to call me. Joe Morley's a passionate LeBron hater, as I like to call him. So anytime this kind of conversation comes up, we got to talk about it and we got to get about it. I want you guys to vote in the comments because you decide the winner of this show each week, and I'm tired of you deciding it's him. So go ahead and drop down there and comment MIKE. I know it's one more letter, but it's definitely worth the while to be on Team Mike.
And let us know what you think about LeBron James. You put it down there. If you like LeBron James, I love LeBron James. But if you think and you're thinking the same way I'm thinking, and you're on the Kevin Durant train, or you have somebody else in mind, let us know who that is as well.
Recency bias. You want to plug where you got that T-shirt from?
I got this T-shirt from WarzoneSportsNetwork.com.
I like to try and time it up, but I didn't really hit it.
Good at it. You're not that good. You're not that guy. You're not
Yeah.
that guy.
You're not that guy.
You're not that guy, pal. Trust me. You're not that guy.
Yeah.
That's the thing that's going around the internet right now like crazy. I see it at least 3 times an hour. Anyways, thanks for tuning in this week. Go to WarzoneSportsNetwork.com. Hit the subscription button. Hit the notification bell. Smash the like button for the algorithm. Warzone Sports Network on all platforms. TikTok, Instagram. If you want to go check out some more content in either spot. We appreciate y'all, as we do every week. To the moon. I know it glitched out when I was saying it earlier. To the moon.
Fantasy football boot camp tomorrow, along with some NBA playoff lives. Guys, join in, interact in the chats. That's all we do. We love interacting with you people. and let us know your opinions, and we read them. Trust me, we're not like any other all those other sports. We here at the Warzone Sports Network pride ourselves in allowing sports fans and followers to give us their opinions, and we voiced your opinions for you guys.
Exactly. We're the sports network for the fans. We're a sports network comprised of sports fans. It's not like we got a suit and tie on here on the show and are sitting here looking stiffly into the microphone and saying whatever the teleprompter says behind the camera.
Maybe we need that on WarzoneSportsNetwork.com, Mike. Maybe we need some tuxedo shirts with the Warzone Sports.
I'm going to work on that. That's coming soon.
Business in the front, party in the back.
And if you ever see me at a party, you can walk up to me and say, hey, man, I need some advice on something. Because you never know when you're talking sports or you're in a sports debate when you're going to have to go to war.